This was the scene in the Fink household Sunday night, a dance party with a lot of giggles. Less than an hour later, everything changed.
I didn't know if we were going to be in heaven that night or we were going to be down here.
The Fink family home is destroyed. 5 of the 7 were home when the tornado came hurtling towards them.
I saw it through the window on that side, and I was yelling, "Gary, get back over here. It's getting worse. Get over here with us."
And then it got almost pitch black, and I got the whole family back in here.
I pulled that door in front of us. He said he couldn't get the babies close enough to him.
You could feel the house rumbling and shaking. The foundation cracked right through here.
I'm holding that door so tight. And that door, it saved my family.
After clinging for life in a basement, they saw light shining overhead. It was clear that their house was gone.
It brings me in tears. Oh, yep.
The days since have been filled with hope for the Finks. These are school pictures of their son, found 6 miles from their home by deputies.
It's those sentimental things that when you find those, you're like, oh, thank goodness.
For Lacey Fink, it was her missing wedding ring.
When I look at the debris, the thought of ever finding my wedding rings was ridiculous. And they called me a few hours later and they had found my wedding rings.
They say they'll rebuild as a family and as a neighborhood.
This is not about the Finks. This is about Elon. This is about our neighborhood. These are the people that my kids go to school with. These are my babysitters.
A community that, from the looks of it, is destroyed, but whose spirit is stronger than ever.
When you look at this, all of these people should not have come out of this okay. And we're all going to come out on the other side.
Lacey Fink, who you met in that story, is currently a stage 4 cancer patient. She said her family's been through a lot and they will get through this. Now, Logan, tomorrow is a day of coming together. They're going to start accepting volunteers up here. We have more information on that at our website, WDBJ7.com.
Unbelievable, Siobhan, to hear that family talk back and walk us back through what happened there. Thanking the Lord that tonight that they are safe, and as well as everybody in that neighborhood. Siobhan McGurl live for us tonight. Thank you.
Last week's EF3 tornado ripped through many of our hometowns, destroying houses and displacing families.
You've heard from victims, officials, and volunteers, but tonight we're going to bring you the story from the kids who lived through it all. WDBJ7 Siobhan McGurl joins us now live. Siobhan, tell us more about those kids that you met today.
Logan, Zach, Millie, and Eliza all attend Elon Elementary School, and they were friends way before last week, but now all of their homes are destroyed, and suddenly they have this new thing in common. This is Zach Cooper. He's 7.
I'm not it. Millie is. Millie!
Eliza, who is also on the run, is Zach's best friend, and Millie, who was it, is 6. Or as she puts it, way too young to have to talk about this.
I'm not supposed to be on TV a lot.
Where they usually play tag is an unfamiliar battleground.
It looks horrible. It's not pretty. Where's our house?
How do you talk about a tornado that took everything you know?
Guess what happened? Gone. Yep, it just got sucked up and gone.
Zach lives here, Millie and Eliza Fink just a block away. Both homes are gone. As they ran through the yard, they made discoveries.
Part of my mommy's jewelry. You can give it to her.
They also compared scars, looked at the damage.
After this news thingamabobba, can I see your house inside?
Zach ended up letting us in on that tour.
Watch out for the glass. And that's the attic.
The giggles come with a shock factor. The whole thing is hard for adults to process, let alone kids, but they get it.
At least I got my family back. At least no one died.
Zach made this sign out front.
I'm sad. I love you. That means I love my house. Best house. Zach, Mom, and Dad.
While they miss their homes, they know they have their friends, families, and they will rebuild.
And it'll be like new rooms, and we could live happily ever after.
The sign for the floor show on Timberlake Road is now laying inside the store.
It's just hard to believe that this much destruction can take place in just an instant like that.
Wayne DeWitt remembers the day he opened the showroom. He now walks through, glass crunching under his feet.
But you can see standing here the kind of displays that we had and how extensive it was.
Every kind of floor you can think of, they sold it. Carpet, hardwood, ceramic tiles.
Because that's one of the fastest growing categories now.
DeWitt is an expert. and he was proud of that showroom.
It hurts a lot.
He started the business with a small loan in 1975.
It really does.
The rugs, tiles, they mean so much more to him.
I try not to dwell on it.
It's hard not to.
I mean, you know, it's a life's work here that I was really, really proud of.
It's frustrating, and it doesn't make sense.
Just total devastation, and yet there's a champagne bottle sitting there.
Some things left unscathed, his life's work demolished. But with any work that takes a lifetime to perfect, you don't just give up on it.
We've survived so far, and we will survive from this.
The family say they should know next steps by the end of the week. Logan, in the meantime, their warehouse is fully functional so they can help customers who already bought items from them, which was very important to the family.
Another heartbreaking story we hear from your report, Siobhan, but the overall silver lining, it is a miracle that no one was seriously hurt in that tornado. Siobhan McGurl live for us along Timberlake Road tonight. Thank you.
Tomorrow marks 1 month since an EF3 tornado ripped through several of our hometowns. That tornado destroyed more than 20 homes in Amherst County and damaged over 100. Today, Air 7 got a view of what was left of the damage. WDBJ7 Siobhan McGurl revisited the families whose stories impacted you the most to hear how they are doing 1 month later.
Driving through Elin, you hear the various stages of recovery. Repairs where possible, silence as tough decisions are being made, and the sound of a clean slate.
They dig this big hole?
It's really hard to feel like this was my home here.
The Fink family home was destroyed. Now they're building a new one.
It's gonna be blue and more stable.
They visit the property often and are still finding remnants of their old life.
Where do you think it all came from?
Maybe the car window, maybe the windows, maybe the door was glass.
The Childresses walk through a similar red clay-covered hole.
I had nightmares, hearing Landon scream, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God."
Bryson Childress has physical reminders. Him and his mom were thrown in the tornado.
I've just been focusing on just getting better, getting back to 100%.
The road to recovery is emotional and has a lot of logistics. Next door, the Coopers understand.
I haven't allowed myself really to sit down and cry or let it out, you know. I've kind of just been, I don't know, in go zone.
Her husband has not been back to work. Their son can't sleep alone.
It's hard to explain.
Hard to explain.
So you don't like being alone anymore, do you? Nope.
No amount of time will allow these families to forget.
It still takes my breath away to come out here. You know, each change, like when another house has been dug up, it's still a lot to think about and a lot to handle.
But with time does come healing.
What was our home was our family. And, you know, we still have that.
Taking stock in what survived and holding it close.
You know that we're going to be okay, right?
Yeah.
You know we're going to get a new house.
Yes.
And who's going to take care of us?
Mommy and Daddy.
And who takes care of all of our family?
God.
Because it's not the last month that defines these families, but the months ahead. In Elin, Siobhan McGurl, WDBJ7.
4 walls and some paint have never meant so much to one Elin family. It has been nearly 5 months since the Fink family lost their home when an EF3 tornado hit Amherst County. Now in just about a month, they will be ready to move into a new home. WDBJ7's Siobhan McGurl takes us inside.
Amidst construction on Nottoway Drive, familiar voices bleed through.
It's so loud!
As they see sights for the first time.
Now open your eyes and look.
Are you gonna scream or something?
Words can't match the anticipation.
Ooh. Oh my God.
Freshly painted walls where there were none.
Oh my gosh.
The Finks have spent months watching their home transform from a pile of lost memories to the shell of their new home.
It's unbelievable how far we've come and how quickly we've gotten here.
Move-in is 1 month away, and for now, the biggest stressor is where to put the bed.
I want it to be near the window, but I can't because you said not to.
Even with the excitement, stress of their neighbors is not lost on the Finks.
Is Randy gonna rebuild?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Outside, patches of grass that used to hold homes lay still.
I don't want you to look at my house and think every place looks like this. We are so fortunate and so blessed, and not every family's in that position.
Emotional progress is not as easy as construction for the family. The two youngest think about a tornado happening again. Blueprints include a safe room.
Oh, it's coming from behind.
Windows in a safe room.
No.
But as they celebrate the small victories,
My window.
they know they'll get through it all as the toughest family around.
Wait, no, Jesus' family.
Well, at least one of them. In Elin.
Well, ours is the next toughest.
The next toughest after Jesus.
Siobhan McGurl, WDBJ 7.